Hi and welcome back. In this video, I wanted to show you a couple of commands that you can run in order to navigate your computer using the terminal. These can be quite handy. The commands I'm going to show you are only going to work on Mac OS X and on Linux, but I'm going to give you the Windows equivalents as well. So when you are on Mac OS X or Linux, you can type pwd, and that tells you the folder you're currently in. So in my case, I am in /users/jslvtr. On Windows, this will be dir for directory. If you want to move to a different folder, you can do cd for change directory, and then you can type whatever folder you want. So for example, if you wanted to go to your desktop, you could type desktop. Notice how now I am in my desktop here, and if I type pwd, I am now moved to my desktop. On Windows, this would be chdir for change directory. Now, of course, the desktop folder that we've just moved into is inside users/jslvtr. Otherwise, it would tell us folder not found. For example, I'm now in my desktop. If I try to do cd into an ASDF folder, it says no such file or directory. So you have to make sure that the folder you want to move into is inside the folder you're currently in. However, you can also choose to move to a particular folder even if it's not inside where you currently are. In order to do that, you have to tell your computer the absolute path to that folder, starting at the very root. In Windows, you would do change directory of C, going to C/users/something, or C/data/whatever. And in OS X and in Linux, you do CD /, which means the root of your computer. And then you could do something like library, Python, and so forth. Then you can change directly into this folder. This is where I am now. As a small aside, if you want to go back to the previous folder, you can just type cd-. And this, I don't think, works on Windows. It just works on Mac OS X and on Linux. If you want to look at what currently is in one of your folders, all you have to do is type the ls command. On Windows, this will also be the dir command. Okay. So let's go over to one of the scraping books project, for example, that we created earlier on in the course. Then we can type the ls command and we can see that we've got a few things here. Some of these things are newer. You may not have seen them yet because they are part of the asynchronous development section. The project here has been modified slightly.